the sting operation that caught a Russian spy in the silent war between East and West. The most dangerous battles are the ones you never see. One man, one cover identity, and one mistake that would unravel a covert Russian intelligence operation right in the heart of America. Hello my friends. Welcome to Secret Agents Exposed. Today we dive into a story so wild, so shocking, so interesting you won't believe it's true. Let's start. This is the true story of how the FBI set a trap for a Russian spy and caught him in the act. It's a modern-day espionage thriller with disguises, fake documents, and a chessboard of international deceit. Let's dive into the sting operation that brought a Russian spy to justice. The Russian spy network. Russia has never stopped spying on the West. Even after the Cold War, Russian intelligence agencies like the FSB and the GRU continued running spies deep inside the US, gathering secrets on military strategy, cybersecurity programs, and high-level government policy. One of their top methods: infiltration through non-official cover. Known as illegals, these agents don't carry diplomatic status. They blend in, posing as students, businessmen, academics, even neighbors, and one such spy, Evgeny Beryakov, had quietly inserted himself into the United States until the FBI got a tip. The spy with a banker's face. In 2010, just after the infamous Anna Chapman spy ring was busted, U.S. counterintelligence got wind of another Russian operative quietly operating out of New York City. His name was Evgeny Beryakov, but on paper, he was a simple employee at Bank, a Russian state-run bank. Except this banker wasn't dealing with dollars and cents. He was feeding intelligence directly to the SVR, Russia's foreign spy agency, the modern-day successor of the KGB, and he wasn't alone. The FBI identified two more operatives working out of the Russian consulate: Igor Sporyshev and Viktor Podobny, posing as trade officials. Together, the three men were collecting economic intelligence on U.S. sanctions, alternative energy, American financial markets. But now the FBI had them in their sights. The sting plan. The FBI could have just followed Beryakov and gathered evidence, but they had something better in mind: a full-blown sting operation. Undercover agents set up a fake energy firm, staffed it with fake executives, and created fake reports about natural gas technology. Then they lured the Russians in. The bait: access to sensitive proprietary energy data. Exactly the kind of thing Moscow wanted, and it worked. The Russians took the meetings, they reviewed the fake documents, and they tried to recruit the undercover FBI agent who they thought was a disgruntled analyst. All of it was recorded: the wiretaps and mistakes. The FBI had audio, they had video, they had everything. In one secretly recorded meeting, Viktor Podobny was heard boasting about how they used sexy girls and tricks to gather secrets from targets. In another, Beryakov received a flash drive containing sensitive information planted by the FBI and promised to pass it on to Moscow. It was textbook espionage tradecraft. Dead drops, coded language, concealed communications. But the spies had no idea they were already caught. The FBI watched for 2 full years, building the case until it was time to strike. The arrest on January 26, 2015, FBI agents moved in. They arrested Evgeny Beryakov outside his home in the Bronx, charged with acting as an unregistered agent of a foreign government, a serious federal offense. His co-conspirators Sporyshev and Podobny, already out of reach, they had diplomatic immunity and had quietly left the country months earlier. But Beryakov, he was left holding the bag, and he knew the game was over. Trial, plea deal, and prison. Beryakov initially pleaded not guilty, but the evidence was overwhelming. In 2016, he took a plea deal. He admitted to working for the SVR, gathering intelligence and passing it on under false pretenses. He was sentenced to 30 months in federal prison, followed by deportation back to Russia. And just like that, the US had dismantled a secret Russian spy cell using modern tools, surveillance technology, and good old-fashioned human traps. Lessons in modern espionage. The Beryakov case was a wake-up call. It proved that Russia's Cold War playbook is still very much alive. It reminded us that modern espionage doesn't always involve tuxedos and gadgets. Sometimes it's a banker on a morning commute, a handshake at a conference, a USB drive passed across a table. The silent war of spies continues, hidden in plain sight, and if not for a well-planned sting, America might never have known. Thanks for watching Spy Stories on Secret Agents Exposed. Subscribe for more true stories of espionage, betrayal, and intelligence operations that changed history. Next up, don't miss. See you in the next video with unique story.